Welcome, 40 Nick community, to this episode of The Shift featuring RollTide's 49ers versus L Bucks Buccaneers. The first quarter ended with the Buccaneers up 3-0, a fairly successful drive, opening the game for the Buccaneers that stalled at the 6th after losing Tristan Wirfs 2 plays in and Chris Godwin 4 plays in. And then they managed to turn back the 49ers with a red zone pick. And that's how the first quarter ended. Let's jump to the real turning point of this game. At this point, the 49ers were up 7-3 with a drive where they had to have it. They converted a fourth down. They had an overturned red zone interception on a bang-bang play with a DPI. But the Bucks are driving. It's a minute 35 left of the half. If the Bucks can get a touchdown here, they can turn back the momentum going into the third quarter. But this is the play that happened.
I think here's a case of doing just that. Regular.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. Back to the sideline and intercepted.
Remember I said Chris Godwin went out 4 plays into the game? Look who's in the slot. It's not Chris Godwin, one of the best slot receivers in the game. And thus, Sterling Shepard slow-footed it out of the break, and thus the safety was able to jump it. This would have easily been a completion for a first down by Chris Godwin, but it was just not meant to be. We reach halftime with the 49ers up 7-3 with the ball first in the second half. RollTide knows if he can just put together a long time-consuming touchdown drive, this game could virtually be over with his good defense. But let's jump to, as RollTide's driving, let's jump to still early in the third, 7 minutes and 3 seconds left to go, when the Bucks made a key defensive front mistake that led to this play from Run CMC.
Have the 60.
On second down, it's McCaffrey. First down and more. The speed on display. He's in.
You can't allow a runner like Christian McCaffrey to have outside leverage with blockers to the field side. He will always get around the corner, even if he cuts up inside, and then it's a foot race. And that's exactly what he did to put the 49ers up 14-3 and in control. The Bucks have been resilient all season. After starting the season 0-4, they found a way to come back and win some close games and put themselves in the discussion for the playoffs. And just like that, guess who's back to help this drive? That's right, Chris Godwin. And it leads the Bucks all the way down the field to a key touchdown to cut it to 14-9 with a big decision to make. And this is where the Bucks showed some maturity and patience, albeit short-lived.
Here comes Otten in motion. Now the Bucks will take their first timeout. Mayfield to the line. The Bucks will try for 2.
The Bucks will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like
Going for 2 is the absolute right decision to make at this point in the game. But where the maturity comes in is you're not in the right play. You don't like the front. Some would say don't waste the timeout. You might need it later in a close game. But maturity says you can't worry about the future. You got to worry about the now. And so the Buccaneers called a timeout. They got into the right play. They converted the 2-point conversion. Game on. 14-11. Now the San Francisco 49ers got to make a play. And that's exactly what they did. They had one more gear left. They drive down the field, came to a key 3rd and goal, and this is the play they ran to really put the game away for good.
Ready up.
3rd and goal.
Set. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Go.
Throwing is Purdy. That one taken in. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Now down 2 scores with 4:27 left to go. This game was essentially over, and the Bucs showed that immaturity and lack of patience that often comes back to bite them. Instead of even making an attempt to make it a 1-score game, 2 turnovers, watch the plays, the game ended.
So it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. He'll air one out for Palmer. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Brown. Now on 2nd and long. They send Evans in motion. They'll drop to throw. He'll air it out down the middle. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted.